Assalamu alaikum. In Windows Server 2016 70744 Secure Windows Server 2016, we are showing today a real life experiment. If domain controller is down, how client will get uninterrupted service from additional domain controller. I discuss about this later. First, DC is domain controller, ADC is additional domain controller. We know that additional domain controller replicate all information from domain controller, okay? But if domain controller is down for any reason in client end, group policy, is it still working or not from additional domain controller? Question is, additional domain controller is still capable to continue all service, or we need any other configuration? Answer is we need additional configuration. So let's see the demonstration. We are going to make a DC domain controller and additional domain controller and a client machine. In basic knowledge says, if DC is down, additional domain controller replicate all the information from DC and the client will get uninterrupted service. But in real life we are see that group policy is not working if this is down without additional some configuration. Okay, let's see our demonstration. We are going to our virtual machine. This is our DC1 domain controller. This is our client machine, Windows 10. This is our additional domain controller. Now I discuss about DC1, computer name DC1 and domain name is macro.com. Okay, so we are going to tools, users and computers. In our domain name is macro.com. From user we are creating some users. Username user1, we'll create 3 user. User 2, user 3. In our main domain controller we are creating 3 user 1, 2 and 3. After that we are going to group policy, management, domain, macro.com, expand this default domain policy, just create a domain policy, group policy, computer configuration, Windows setting, expand Windows settings, security setting, right click, just local policy, account policy, password policy, account lockout policy. Just we make account lockout threshold 3 invalid login attempts, apply, okay. Account lockout duration 10 minutes. Just for a demonstration we make a simple group policy. Group policy is account will be locked if any client use 3 invalid login attempts and account lockout duration is 10 minutes. So any group policy related works is done. So we need to group policy update, gp update force. I again repeat, in our domain controller, main domain controller is computer name dc1, domain name macro.com. Okay, fully qualified domain name is dc1.macro.com. We create 3 user 1, 2, 3, and create a simple group policy, account lockout policy, 3 invalid login items. So we are going to our client machine need to add in our domain name, change domain macro.com, welcome to the macro.com. So client is added, need to be restart. This is our client machine already added in our domain controller. So test from user 1. User 1 is our newly created user in our DC. So try to group policy, is it still working or not? We put 3 invalid login items, 1, 2, 3. The referenced account is currently locked out and may not be logged on to. Okay, that means that our group policy is working. This group policy is now working. Three invalid login items, group policy is now working. In our client machine, when client try to 3 invalid login items, client is automatically locked out. Okay, so we are next step, we are going to our ADC, additional domain controller. We still doesn't make it ADC, just computer name is DC2, is still in work group. So we need to configure additional domain controller in this server. Okay, feature installation done. Promote this server to domain controller. Add a domain controller to an existing domain. Change, we need change credential. @macro.com. You can see automatically domain is added. Okay, so we are going to next. This macro.com is our main domain controller domain name. Okay, so we are going to next from ADC. Putting password. Click next. Replicate from, this is the important terms in this from a for especially ADC additional domain controller. Check it and choose it. This1.macro.com. This one is our main domain controller compared server name, and macro.com is our domain name. Click next, click next, click next. It takes time. Install. so it takes time. We are going to our DC domain controller. We are going to open PowerShell. We used a command. By this command we see command is netdom query phasmo. This command will show you how phasmo role are already installed in this server, how many phasmo role installed in this server. Just wait. We can see all phasmo role are dc1.macro.com. This1 is our main domain controller, dc1.macro.com. We'll check this command also from ADC. Our ADC configuration is completed. So when we are logging to ADC, it shows macro/administrator. This is our additional domain controller. Now we will check all information from DC1 is still replicated from server 1 to DC1 to DC2. Click tools, users and computers. We create 3 user in our DC1. We check is check. You can see there is 3 user already replicated from DC1 to DC2. DC2 additional domain controller. We also check group policy is still replicated or not from DC to ADC. Group policy, domain expand. Click setting. It will show generate reports. Yes, group policy also replicated from server 1 to server 2, DC to ADC. Now we check another things. By command line, net dom query phasmo. Who is phasmo? Who is server phasmo is installed? You can see we are logging this ADC server name is DC2, but phasmo role showing from DC1. Okay, so in real life, imagine if our domain controller is down, but somehow any accident, how will be happen? Okay, so we are going to down our domain controller, shut down this guest. Okay, our main domain controller is going to down. Now we will check in our client machine is still group policy is working or not from ADC. We put user 3. When putting password 3 invalid login attempt, what will happen? First attempt client machine trying to log in from ADC. We put appropriate password for login, but what will happen we'll see. Client machine shows there are currently no logon servers available to service login request. So client machine is not working and GPU also will not be work. So what we will do for working this, we need to additional configuration in our ADC. Okay, our DC is still down, so we open another PowerShell. This command is ntdsutil. ntdsutil. Same command is roles. Click enter. Phasmo maintenance, click connection. Server connection. Connect to server. Connect to server dc2.macro.com. Okay. Connected, it's showing connected. Okay, so we need to transfer all Phasmo roles, all 5 Phasmo roles. Sys infrastructure master, press enter. I think something wrong, just wait. Sorry, we need to use command quit. Phasmo maintenance, sys infrastructure master, press yes. It takes time. Transfer is complete. Now we are going to replicate second Phasmo role. Sys PDC. We can use this command again from this tab. You can see infrastructure master is changed now from DC2. We need to change all Phasmo role from DC1 to DC2. It also will change. So now Sage naming master, yes. Third one also change. We again use this command. So we need read pool manager. Third phasma already changes. Now we use cheese schema master. Click yes. I'll share this command in your video description. It also will take times. You can see 3 already changes. Now read full manager and schema master needed. She's read master. Yes. So all replicated done, just one is still need. Last one is working. So our this one also transfer done. So we check again by this command netdom query phasmo all. You can see all schema master, domain name master, ADC, read and infrastructure all are replicated now dc2.macro.com. Initially it was this1.macro.com, so we all replicate from this1 to dc2. Okay, so we are going to try GPU is still working or not in our client machine, and our DC1 is still shut down. We quit this, quit. Okay, so this one is shut down. We are trying to 3 invalid login attempts. First one, second one, third one. You can see the reference account is currently locked out and may not be logging. Okay, so our group policy is now working from additional domain controller. So my dear friends, if our DC domain controller is down, additional domain controller will not automated replicate all information and GPO. Need to additional configuration. Additional configuration is we need to transfer all Phasmo role, transfer from DC1 to DC2 by using above command. Okay, I will share all command in our description. Thank you for watching us. Okay, thank you.